want to ask you guys a question. Have you ever misjudged the hell out of a book or a book series, and then when you read it, you were just humbled? That happened to me a few years ago. And the book in question, well, the series, but it actually started off with the first book, was The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. It showed up on my list of books to read, and I said, fine, whatever, I'll read this teenage crap. That was my mindset. I got the book one night, I started reading it one night, and I was finished with it by that morning. I mean, it was that hard to put down. It was a fantastic read. Especially somebody like me, like I've read, I watched, when I was younger, I bought Battle Royale, which has a lot of similarities, a lot of parallels to Hunger Games. But anyway, and the reason why I misjudged this series was because I was a teenager when Hunger Games came out, the movies and the books. And it had just come out after the Twilight craze. Remember all the Twilight movies and the books? And I always thought, since then I said, screw that. Because I didn't like Twilight. I said, didn't like the book. I didn't think much of the books, didn't think much of the movies. So, and then Hunger Games came out. And the same people that I saw who loved Twilight loved the Hunger Games. So for me, I said, you know what? No, I'm not even going to waste my time. Whatever. I got Battle Royale. I'm good. Then I read this book a few years ago. So I was a teenager when I felt that way. And I think I read The Hunger Games, let's see. I believe I was 24 or 25 and I read it, and it was a fantastic read. I really misjudged it. The setting was great. Just kind of, the first book especially leaves you hungry to find out more about this world that these people live in. Like what brought them to host these kind of games. What kind of world is this? And I wanted to see what all the other districts were about, and the characters were fascinating, and the rules and the settings. And it really does leave you kind of wondering, if you're not familiar with the book or the movies, it leaves you really wondering, who's gonna live at the end of this? And it has all these strong characters in there, and they tell you only one can survive, but you're looking oh, come on, not that person. That person can't die, or that person can't die, or that person can't die. And yeah, it had a lot of action, thriller. I think Katniss was pretty amazing to read. And actually, when they also did a good job of casting the people for these movies. The lady who played Katniss, I think that's exactly, in my mind, that's what Katniss looked like in the books, because I read the books first. Snow was another one. Somebody, please, Donald Sutherland. It was Donald Sutherland that played Snow. That's exactly who I would have picked to play Snow. I think it's Donald Sutherland. If I'm wrong, comment below and say it's not Donald Sutherland. I think it's Donald Sutherland. And Woody Harrelson. I love Woody Harrelson, man. I mean, he can do no wrong in my eyes. But yeah, so I guess the lesson was, really read the book for yourself. Don't jump on the bandwagon, but don't be so quick to judge the bandwagon either. It really makes you realize that there are reasons why some things are so popular, and sometimes the public is right about some things. And it's not always cool to be just the rebel, just the kind of the antisocial, well, everybody likes this, so I don't. That's how cool I am, it really just teaches you to really just crack it open yourself and see what it's really about. I really enjoyed that book. I did. I actually enjoyed the whole series, but I think my favorite was the original, The Hunger Games. Just because for me it was such an eye-opener, and it was such a great book. And I'm not a young adult reader by any stretch of the means. I kind of left that all when I became an adult. But yeah, I love the read. Check it out. I honestly do recommend it. And if you enjoyed this video, please send me a follow. And check out, if you're looking for something to read, check out my own books at jamesmichaelsbooks.com. All my books: Ice Rising, Icebox, The Ballad of Johnny Carlo, and of course Life's Dark Corners. All of them crime thriller. If you love that crime thriller, just that noir, gritty, suspenseful tale to sink your teeth into, check out my stuff. And they're all available on Amazon for Kindle, Kindle Unlimited, and paperback. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. What was a book or a series that you terribly misjudged? Comment it below. And have a good rest of the night.